Ето го и френския гигант Сирил Ган, роден в Париж, висок 195 сантиметра, на 34 години, 120 кг беше на кантара, двукратен муай-тай шампион на Франция, шампион на TKO организацията, професионалист в ММА 2018 година, сравнително скоро, където до момента има 12 успеха и само 2 поражения.
Hey guys, it's day 9 of talking to the camera, and let's start our own fucking country. Hey guys, it's day 9 of talking to the camera, and what I want to talk about today is just let's start our own fucking country. I'm so pissed off with the way that regulation and stuff are. I've only just got started with my LLC and stuff, and I can already say that there's a lot of pretty confusing stuff, and the government doesn't make it easy at all for businesses. For example, with the BOIR report, which is a beneficial ownership report, they started requiring that pretty quickly, but what it basically is just a form that you submit, or you can submit it online, but some CPAs and services charge like hundreds of dollars just to file it, which is crazy because you can do it online on your own. But why this is crazy is because it was overturned as unconstitutional in Alabama a couple of months ago, but nothing changed with that ruling. But now another court has overruled it in Texas, some higher up court. So now now they can't enforce the BOI requirement, and can't enforce fines and stuff, which is like they threaten with some pretty hefty fines, like $500 a day for non-compliance, and up to 2 years in prison. Of course, those are for some those like time in jail is like for people who are committing more serious crimes. I hope so, at least. But when this law got overturned, the website still continued to accept new filings, and just now, like 2 to 4 days later, they acknowledge that it's no longer required to file that, which is pretty good because my filing end date was today. It's perfect timing for me, but now I'll have to stay tuned and watch the news to make sure I don't miss anything if they reinstate the law again. And it's pretty scary to think about that I can miss such such a thing and get huge fines. They still accept filings in their website, even though they're not required now by law, which is pretty strange because court said it's unconstitutional. They're basically collecting more information than they need to, than the constitution allows for. And why I haven't filed that yet is just because one, it costs like $100 to file it with my service, which is busy, and second, it the form that you need to apply for online, that is free. There is a field for a company applicant as well as a beneficial owner, and the company applicant field is the guy or girl who filed your LLC documents. So for me, that would be the organizer of my LLC, which is a guy from Busy. But the problem is, on the form there is required passport or other identity document like driver's license or something that needs to be attached as an image, which makes it impossible to file this on your own. So now Busy charges like $100 just to auto-fill a form, basically. And on top of that, my debit card is blocked right now because I entered 3 times a wrong PIN number on the ATM, and now just I guess I won't be able to use my debit card for a week, just because the bank is still working with procedures that are from decades ago. For some reason they can't block my card now, even though they unblocked it when I was at the bank. But now I have to wait until a new PIN gets here, even though I don't need a PIN to do orders online, I just need a PIN to access an ATM. And I called them and I explained that to them, but you know how they are. So even if I wanted to, I couldn't pay them right now to do that. So what I was thinking about was just filing it with my own name as the company applicant and the beneficial owner. But for now I won't have to do any of that, thankfully. You know, there's a benefit to procrastination sometimes, and this is one of them. And yeah, think about all the possibilities that we're missing, all of the saves time, the hassle of these kinds of regulations. And this BOIR report is completely pointless in my opinion. The government already probably collects this information in some kind or another, which is basically your address and who owns the company. And on top of that, they don't require this information from big companies, because they say that they already know who they are and stuff like that. So this is another burden on small businesses. But think about that. Instead of making it easier, they add another thing that you can do, and this is something that all LLCs need to do within like 90 days of filing their documents. And think about how much more efficient would it be. There are thousands of stuff like that, and these stuff are not really explained to the citizens as they should be, as they can be in the 21st century. You know, they can just make a website, explain everything that you need to do, make it easy that you apply online, and just that would be so much more efficient than the current system that we have, which is basically a hybrid of like website, PDFs, and documents, signatures. It's a whole mess in my opinion. And the information about stuff is not very bountiful in to my surprise, in the US. So it's very recommended that you have a lawyer or someone to guide you through that stuff. But again, new businesses don't have that, and they are most at risk at not being appropriate with the law, just because the law is not taught to them or understood by them. And it could be done so much easier. They can, for example, request that any question that people have, that they can send to them, that they can hire like 10 people to answer all of these questions and put them up on a website, and that way like 99% of questions will be answered, and nobody will need to ask them anymore. They can just look them up. And think about how efficient a country that implements stuff that I'm talking about, that there's less regulations, and thus more people want to do business in that country, and more foreigners want to invest in that country, and the whole living standard of that country will just grow because of that, because it's easier to do business there. We can see Hong Kong is probably a place like that. I'm not really familiar, but here it's a pretty business friendly country. So what's stopping us from forming a country? We should probably find some plot of land. Hong Kong found themselves some land. If anyone's down, just message me. We'll start up a country. It will be so much more efficient because government is not our governments right now are not really trying to be efficient with our money. They don't really care. It's not their money at the end of the day. They're still getting their salary and their insider trading and stuff like that, their influence. So if anyone has a good plot of land that we can use, that we can start up a country, you can suggest a name. I can guarantee you that it would be very prosperous because of these efficiencies that we will implement, that our governments constantly neglect. And yeah, excuse me if I'm a bit sleepy. It's like 8 a.m. now. I haven't slept. I stayed up watching UFC with a friend. He bet a ton of money on that. It was the Shachmat versus Ian Gray, or I'm sorry if I'm butchering their names. But it was a pretty fun night. I'm more relaxed. That's probably why I'm talking a bit more fluently right now compared to my other videos. And actually, I didn't record the video yesterday, but I think it still counts because I haven't gone to sleep yet. I woke up at like 3:30 p.m. yesterday, so it was like it should count as a day in my opinion. I still haven't gone to sleep. I woke up late and I'm going to sleep very late. As you can see, the sun is going outside. And yeah, forgive me for that. I think this should still probably count. Maybe it's a bit of a gray area. But that's it for today. I'll also make one more video today when I wake up. And yeah, if you have a name for a country that we can start, you can follow in the examples of Estonia and their electronic government systems and stuff like that. But with more of a focus on individual sovereignty and privacy. I think if a country like that, if a country implements stuff like that, it makes it easier for the citizens to understand everything, make things more clear with the law, the certain requirements, how to file taxes, how to do everything basically. You know, in school they don't teach us how to file taxes, how to pay our bills, where to pay our bills, what our rights are. And that's because at the end of the day they don't care about us very much. They just care about running the system, in my opinion. And that's it for today. I'm gonna go to sleep and yeah. Thank you for watching again.